I guess my soul patch hasn't gone fully gray yet.
Soul, Mr. Soul,
I
Mr.
feel like I look like Jason West with the fucking thing on.
I was watching Breaking Two this morning. Sent Dave a vid
I I
or a
I
picture.
had a little tear run down my eye.
Electric Boogaloo 2 or
Break
Breaking
into.
2 Electric Boogaloo. And Ice-T was in it again. That was Breaking One was his first movie, I think.
My favorite of his is the end of New Jack City when he takes my man down. He's just like, I want to shoot you so bad. My dick is hard.
Oh shit, that's gonna become the fucking intro now.
Yes.
Oh, we are
You're like,
recording.
I want to shoot you so bad, my dick is hard.
I gotta watch.
Welcome, Harvey.
I gotta watch out. I gotta watch out what I say now.
Dee, nice to meet you.
I got a
Yeah,
curve.
what an intro.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The fuck?
We were just joking about you being there.
Well, you must have been mind readers.
Please
This-
ignore what you just said.
Is the sound and camera and everything okay?
We don't see you, but we hear you.
Hold on a sec.
Snuck up on us, D.
I think because you disabled.
But I just,
Oh, hold
on.
on.
no, I only.
Oh, there you
I
go.
was going to say,
Here I am.
Oh,
You
wow.
guys are so dark and eerie, and I'm so light.
Yes. Yes.
tis the season. We need good
Maybe you
energy.
can go pink.
That's what we love about you. Your energy. It's
Yes.
amazing.
Oh, thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Jesus. Well, yeah, now we found our intro.
Sorry. Well, we had an intro that we were gonna do for you, D.
My
Not-
dick is not hard.
not that-
Oh, Jesus. Well, come on, New Jack City, great movie. Okay.
We understand.
And your people probably aren't too interested in my healing work, so.
No.
Actually, Danny C and Joe right here, they were going to talk about your films and your career. Dave and I wanted like a therapy session. We were ready.
Hey, I'm here for you guys. Any questions you want, I'll check in with the channel.
Yeah, I just watched your TED Talk video that you did,
Oh,
The Common Ground of Self. So
what'd you think? Did you
I
learn
loved
anything?
I loved it. There's a lot of things that I can relate to. I struggle with self-confidence as well. So I've struggled like that to where, I tend to worry about things that don't even exist. So I consume all my time to just, worry about things that are
You
not
know
even.
what? I
So-
got to tell you,
Oh, here we
this
go.
line, I've got to tell you this line I heard on a TV show. And one character was saying to her boss, I'm just so worried. I'm worried about it. And he looked at her and said, worry is a negative prayer.
Yeah.
Threw me freaking across the room when I heard that. Because when you worry about stuff, your brain thinks in pictures. And so your brain sees what you're worrying about and you feed it energy and literally ask it to come in. So stop worrying.
Yeah, I got to do, I was just, as I was watching the TED Talk, I'm about to purchase your books as well. So
Oh,
born.
goody.
Yeah, because I'm interested in that, the energies and all that, because I'm sure I could find something in there that will help me, right?
Oh, I guarantee you. I guarantee you will.
So I appreciate it and I thank you in advance.
You're welcome in advance. Just the knowledge that our brains are locked in by 8 years old. So whatever we're taught, whatever's modeled in front of us from conception to 8, our brain says that's the way the world works. So as an adult, if you keep hitting walls and you go, God, I know I freaking want this. Why can't I break through? Why am I scared? Why am I worried? Why am I anxious? Go back and look at your childhood and ask yourself, what was I taught? What were the teachings, or what did I watch my parents live truthfully for them? Like my grandmother, I couldn't understand why when ET came out and I had everything I wanted and I was making money And man, I just shut down. I shut down.
You were talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and until I remembered my grandmother who helped raise me because we were very poor. And so I stayed with her a lot while my mom worked. And she would say, they're the rich people. We're the good people. So money's bad. God won't love you. Everybody's judging you if you make money. And that's subconsciously what was going on with me after ET. And I went, I don't want that thought. I don't want that belief. That's not my belief. That's somebody else's belief. So I started turning it around, and I'm telling you guys, I work more than any of my friends in the business at my age. I work all the time now because I don't have any beliefs of limitation around that or money or age. So many of my friends go, yeah, well, I'm 60. Yeah, so, but as a society, we're taught all those limiting beliefs, and it's real easy to change them, but you have to be conscious that they're there.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for that.
I know I ran off at the mouth, so just cut it.
No, this is going to be the bonus footage
Yeah.
footage at the end of it.
I don't want to monopolize the interview on self-care and energy. So,
Okay, throw anything at me. I don't care.
In case you didn't notice right out of the gate, language isn't an issue with us. So,
I fucking didn't pick that up at all.
I can't believe
Do they know what we're talking about? Go ahead, tell them
sometimes
what I heard you say as soon as I tuned in.
Yeah. So
What I hear you say.
I know we're gonna have a lot of fun.
I think it was when
yeah,
New Jack
that's
City.
definitely going to be included.
I was, but now I'm just a creep. All right. So
What an excellent day for an audience.
welcome, horror fiends, to episode 2 of our newly rebranded Talking Some Damn Horror. Tonight, we have cinema royalty. Had anyone told 8-year-old me that I'd be a part of a conversation with this woman, I would have said no fucking way. And then my mother would have immediately backhanded me, telling me to watch my mouth. She's been Jesus. She's been a hooker. She's been a psycho bitch warden. But most people know her not only as Elliot and Gertie's mom, but America's mom. So join us as your favorite horror nerds speak to the girl next door who learned how to make life work the hard way. We present to you actress, producer, life coach, Dee fucking Wallace. Dee, it's an honor to have you here. We saw you pulled up in the Pinto, so we'll validate your...
Oh my God, if I never see another Pinto in my life, it'll be too soon.
I was just watching Cujo the other day. I love that movie.
It's my favorite film of everything that I've done. I just feel like I took my soul and threw it up on the screen and forgot about it. Hardest thing I've ever done, I can tell you, but I'm very proud of my work in that movie.
Oh, absolutely. It was amazing.
There were 13 dogs that played Cujo.
Jesus.
What we
Really?
do now.
13 real dogs, and they were all trained to go after toys. So we had to tie their tails down with fish wire because they were wagging them all the time.
It's kind of hard to play a psycho rabid animal when you got your happy wag going on.
Well, they did a pretty good job, believe me.
Yeah.
Those dogs were so well trained by Carl Miller. It was unbelievable. He even slept in the barn with them.
Wow.
That's how devoted he was. They were taken a lot better care of than I was. I'm just saying.
We're less afraid of Cujo than we are of Danny C's dogs. He's got a dog, Maxine. Literally, it's Cujo.
So Dee,
Only a quarter of the size.
your work in Cujo,
Yeah.
your work in Cujo is outstanding.
Thank you.
It's amazing. I think it's the best work you've ever done. Along with you've done a lot of other great things, but Cujo always stands out to me as a kid. I was born in 82, and seeing that probably when I was age 8, it scared the crap out of me. But as I grew up, I was like, oh, well, just run away from the dog. What's the problem? And try and get away. And then 3 years ago, we
Oh, no.
fostered a dog, and she had a rough life in the city of Philadelphia. And we fostered her and got to know her, and she's not really a fan of males. So, um, she attacked me maybe once or twice. She had a rough life. And at that point, I said, Cujo is no joke. And that movie will always stick out. We have a huge magnet of Cujo on our refrigerator because of Maxine, the dog I have. Over the years, Maxine has got a little bit better, but I have scars to prove it. I do love the dog, and she's in a better home now. But I always thought to myself, oh, just get out and run away. No way.
Yeah, now
I'm
imagine
scared
doing that
of
with a
my
Saint
dog.
Bernard.
Cujo had been bitten by a bat.
Yes.
So he wasn't just intrinsically awful and horrible and mean. He had a physical reason for it. And by the way, my mother's name is Maxine.
Oh,
Oh,
wow. Wow. Okay.
nice.
Okay.
Not sure what you're trying to say about our mom now, but
Well, isn't that what your dog's name was?
Yes,
Maxine?
yes. Maxine.
the evil dog named
Yeah.
after your mom.
So,
She was training me. Okay. That's what I think it was. So
Yeah,
she's teaching me a
Yeah.
lesson.
so Dee, I have a question. You have a teaching degree, correct?
I
Right?
do.
You mentioned in TED Talk that you taught high school. So
Huh?
I was curious, the late great Wes Craven, right? You did Hills Have Eyes with him, and I believe he was a teacher as well.
Yeah, he was a professor,
He was
a
a
college
professor.
professor.
So I was
Yeah.
just curious, on the set, if you guys kind of talk shop a little bit and just kind of bond.
Never,
No. Okay. Okay.
never. That would have, why didn't I do that? That would have been really interesting. No, we never did. He was very quiet and kind of kept to himself. I really loved him and enjoyed working with him, but he was a college professor in energy wise,
Okay. Yeah, that was one thing, all right, I got in the horror way too early of an age, but
You think?
I just remember, well, no, the 8-year-old reference, that was ET. But at the same time, Poltergeist scared the hell out of me. I was 11 when I actually got in the horror. But I just, the whole satanic panic and all that going on. I just figured anybody who writes these movies, anyone who makes these movies, like they look like a demon, obviously. And I remember the first time I saw Wes in an interview, I'm like, it's like my grandfather. Like
Yeah.
he's just a sweet old guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he was so sweet. Yeah.
So did you want to touch on like horror convention? You do a lot of horror conventions, Dee?
I was gonna ask if you had any memorable moments meeting fans or any bad experiences.
I wouldn't say bad experiences.
Odd.
Had people ask me to write my name on their butt cheek
Okay.
or their breast so they can get it tattooed. I said, no, I'm not going to write it on your butt cheek. You're going to spend your whole life sitting on me. No, I can't do that. But mostly, I do the cons. I just really enjoy them. I enjoy all the stories, and they really are a big exchange of love.
It is. Yeah.
Love and appreciation for our body of work, and some funny stories, some really touching stories. I had a woman come up to me at a convention and said, Miss Wallace, you're part of a miracle in my life, and proceeded to tell me about her 10-year-old autistic son, and she had never heard him speak. And she took him to see the re-release of E.T. And on the way home, he started saying every line that E.T. said.
Wow.
Wow.
That's amazing.
And she'd never, can you imagine?
Wow.
I mean, 10 years of never hearing a sound come out of your child. I mean, that's miraculous to me.
Absolutely.
That's what that's the kind of movie E.T. is it just transcends barriers.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's just universally loved.
Yeah,
Like
it's our Wizard of Oz.
yeah, at the very least,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
worst review I've heard anybody say about it is, it's an 80s movie, it's not my thing. But nobody ever says it. Like everyone admits that it's at least a good movie, whether
I
they like
I
it.
bet you they haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It's an
Oh,
80s
probably
movie.
not.
E.T. is
Yeah.
incredible. I mean, and you just recently did something with Drew Barrymore again, right? You guys connected.
Yeah, we all went back and did her show. Everybody can find it on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. I got to check
It
it
was a
out.
blast. Yeah.
Check it out.
And I guess going back to the con thing, um, so we spoke with Michael and Jason Levy and a few other people related to stream, and I believe what he said was it like, because we were asking like, how did you manage to get all these icons
Yeah.
in the movie and all? And he said a lot of it was just networking through the conventions. Is that how he got you involved, or were there other means
Did
to it?
I don't even remember. Seriously, do not remember. You'd have to ask Michael. I really like Michael a lot. Good director. I just liked him as a person, you know. And I like going in and helping new filmmakers who I think are talented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, my God, you've got Jeffrey Combs, Danielle Harris, Tim Curry.
Yeah, that
Lord, I
last
did a
minute
movie
surprise.
with Tim years ago. I wish I'd been on the set. Bill Moseley, Tony Todd.
Yeah.
I mean, good Felissa Rose. There's a lot of really great horror icons.
Yeah.
in
And
this.
so from what he was saying, like, because this was being shot during COVID, and said you guys were kind of trapped in that hotel.
Well, I wasn't trapped because I went in for a day or two and
Okay.
got the puck out of there.
Now,
But
now, are you
but
okay? Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say, how are you healing up as far as being thrown through a table like that? Like, is the scarring okay, or never mind?
yeah, I was in the hospital for a month, but
Forget the drill. I'm worried about that table.
yeah, worry about the stunt person more.
Uh,
No, it was really interesting how it was shot, especially the close up with the drill. I won't ruin it or give it away any more than that. But somebody on the set, maybe it was Michael, said, "So Dee, can you cry?" I said, "Have you watched my 50-year career? Have I done anything else? If I'm happy and loving, I cry. If I'm in a horror film and getting butchered, I cry. Yeah, I can." So
I feel like that's the last thing I would ask you. I'm pretty sure that's been established.
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you can nail it.
Yeah, what's great about the horror conventions too, because I liken the horror community. It's like a family. It's
Yeah,
fantastic. When you go out there, it's just like the amazing respect, and everybody's kind to one another, and they just talk horror, and it's like it's not the
yeah.
world that we live in, right? With the
The
ugliness today in this
horror
world.
fans are the best fans in the world.
Absolutely,
They
absolutely.
absolutely are. And yeah, if all the people in politics could be as there for each other and loving as everybody is at a horror convention, our world would be a lot better
Right.
place.
Amen, amen. Absolutely. It's scary how we're divided. But hopefully it gets better.
Yeah,
Well, it gets better when we get better.
Yeah,
Everything starts with you.
yeah.
If you think you've got no control over all this, think again.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to watch the polls and how they talk about how close
Mhm.
and how divided, how close and how divided. It blows me away that half the country wants to get into all the hate and the name calling, and the other half of the country wants to move on and live in a more loving place.
Absolutely.
And when the majority of that energy takes over one side or another, then that's what we'll see in our world.
Well, I hope we're dealing with nothing but positive energy come the beginning of November. That's
You're looking
the
at it
answer.
right here.
I love it. I love it. How could you? How do I get you to be my life coach? What do I have?
Yeah, go to imdwallace.com, baby.
Okay.
I
Okay.
do private sessions every day, 3 or 4 when
Great,
I'm not
great.
working. Yeah.
I was looking forward to meeting you with Spooky Empire. So I was supposed to be down in Orlando with my wife, and then obviously, the hurricane and
Well,
everything. So
you know, they rescheduled it.
I saw that, but I think
Yeah.
it's coming up right the beginning of November.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't get down there at that time. So
Oh, bummer.
yeah, I'm trying to shoot for. I think they got some shows next Halloween. It's actually on Halloween that weekend because Halloween falls on
Yeah.
a Friday. So I might shoot for next year, but we have you here, so that's
Right.
great.
That's right, baby. Got me all to yourself.
There we go. So I love the movie The Howling.
Thank you.
I love, you were a powerhouse in that movie. I love the ending, with turning into the
My little Bambi werewolf. Yeah,
yeah.
for some reason, I had in my contract that my character would never appear as a werewolf.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know why. I guess back then it was important. But Joe Dante called me, and I was up shooting Cujo, and he said, Dee, all the cards come back. We want to see her turn. I said, I don't care, Joe. I didn't even know that was in my contract. I said, I don't care, but do you think you could make her just a little vulnerable since she's fought so hard against it? So he and Rob came up with this Bambi werewolf thing, which
Yeah.
is an animatronic. I'm not even there.
Yeah, Rob Bottin, I mean, amazing practical effects, right? And the
Oh,
Howling,
brilliant.
when you look at the transformation to Howling, and then you look at, Rick Baker with America Werewolf in London, right? And they kind of coming out at the same time. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Ours is better though.
I
I
agree.
think David Naughton and I do a lot of cons together, and we still spar over that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Is he still
The Dr. Pepper man.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Don't I wish I'd had that run?
Yeah. Yeah, these guys still roll their eyes at me, but something I've only seen once so far. I've been itching to watch it again. I was kind of hoping to do it before we spoke with you and all, but I've been obsessed with 13 Fanboy.
Oh yeah.
So for this entire, like, you basically have every alum from Friday the 13th. Where did they get the idea of bringing you into this? Because when I heard you were in it, it was like, okay, it'd be cool to see her. I had no idea you were like the star of the movie.
Well, Deborah Voorhees and I are friends.
Okay.
And she called me and she said, would you even consider? I said, sure, send me the script. I was so taken with the script, just the idea that
Yeah.
nobody had done that idea before.
And there's so many stories of celebrities being stalked.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the thought that, yeah, nobody ever decided to put that up on the screen.
I know. I just thought it was fascinating. And I thought the script was really well done. And I love Deborah. So, yeah, we got it all together. And I was very happy how it
Yeah,
came out.
I tell these
Good.
guys all the time. I'm a child of the 80s, so I grew up in the 80s. Love that decade. Send me back.
Everybody's grown up on me, babe. I'm
So
used to it.
the Secret Admirer is a great movie. I absolutely love that movie.
Me too. We had so much fun. I didn't think Fred Ward and I were ever going to get through that scene in the car. We were cracking up so hard and laughing, and Tommy was just so sweet to work with, and just everybody. The food fight at the
Yeah.
end. Oh my God. You think we
Yeah.
didn't get into that? You would have thought we all turned into 4-year-olds. It was crazy,
'Cause
crazy.
we never grow up. We just
No.
get
I
taller.
won't grow up.
Right.
I don't
Yeah,
want to
what's the
grow up.
point? You get all the freaking responsibility and what's the, yeah.
Dee, has there ever been a role that was offered to you that you declined and maybe regret it later on?
Not that I declined, but there have been 2 or 3 roles that, and you're going to ask me what they are, and I can't remember now, but that I really wanted to do, and they overlapped. I was doing a film called Happy with Dom DeLuise,
Okay.
and I believe it was a movie. Oh, I do remember. It was Adam, about the little boy that got
Oh,
taken.
Yeah.
Adam Walsh.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
and it overlapped one day, and they wouldn't change the schedule. Happy couldn't let me out. That was a big disappointment to me. But most of the things, and I also turned down Ron Howard's first movie. Somebody
That
help.
American Graffiti? Was that it?
No,
that was
no. It was
You mean
anyway. It was
his
the
first
part of a
directed movie?
hooker.
No.
It was the part of a prostitute, and I wasn't trained enough to get the whole concept that he was going for. So I really regret that. I would love to work with him.
You didn't have enough
I-
hours on the streets to really take that role.
I was gonna say
I didn't say that.
I was gonna say Apollo 13, and I'm like, where does the hooker fit into it?
Yeah, no, no. This was way, way back in the very, 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 very first of what everybody was doing, So sure. And I don't think there is an actor you could ask that isn't disappointed about some parts that they weren't able to do,
Yeah.
or had conflicts, or was an idiot and turned it down. It's just part of the journey, really.
I mean, it's not like you don't have a busy enough career in life. So, what's 1 or 2 missed opportunities with all that you've done?
Yeah, I've been incredibly blessed with a great career with great directors and projects. So yeah, you won't hear me complain.
Yeah. And I mean, again, like with what Michael Levy was saying, people like you and Felissa Rose, well, basically most of the people involved with Stream, it sounds like you're all genuinely good people. And
Yeah,
that's the reason why you all have so many credits to your name. It's because you're such a pleasure to work with. Like,
I will
you're going
take
to keep
that.
busy. Yeah. So,
I'll take that. I'm not going to question that one.
yeah.
Well,
All right. Fuzz on the Lens guys love you. Here, I'll just leave it.
I love them too.
Do we want to get into some rapid fire?
Yeah,
We're
I
at
just real quick.
Yeah.
I listened to your interview on Talk Scary to Me with Danielle Harris and Scout. They have
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Which one?
that the one
I did too. Which
I think
one?
it was the one where I believe your husband was in the audience and they were.
Oh, yeah, the first one.
It was the
where
first.
where I went into some of the healing stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how I started to look into your books and watched your TED talk from learning that you were involved with that life coaching.
Yeah, I've been channeling information for people for 40 years. But there's still a lot of my fans that don't know. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Well, love that you're bringing a lot of positive good in this world. So we
You
appreciate
know, I spend half my life doing horror films and the other half healing people from fear. Somehow it works really well for me.
Hey, you're your own job security.
So, so favorite
Scare the
horror
shit out of
movie.
them and then get them over it.
What would
That's
be
right, baby.
what would be your favorite horror movie?
That I was in, or just
Just
Exorcist.
The Exorcist.
That's
Yeah.
his.
I
I
have.
You're gonna hear a knock at your door in like 5 minutes.
He's
From
got-
this guy.
If you could see my tattoo, my entire arm is The Exorcist. I have everything of Exorcist.
really,
The whole sleeve is The
really,
Exorcist. Favorite horror movie, the granddaddy of them all.
yeah. And I was pretty young when I saw it, and probably shouldn't have. It made a huge impact, and the acting in it and the special effects in it were so brilliant.
Yeah. It was that documentary style, the way Friedkin filmed it, it was just, it felt real.
Yeah,
And nobody's
Yeah.
been able to duplicate that kind of an effect
No.
in a possession
Yeah.
movie since. Like there's still a lot of great ones out there, but no one's quite nailed
Well,
it the way they did.
It shocked everyone. When it came out in 73, I mean, that was shocking to see those things
Yeah.
up on the screen, that no one was doing that, right? That was like, that's why it's the granddaddy.
Visionary. He was a visionary. for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I guess one more quick
I
one.
love Dee even more that she said that.
Yeah, one more quick one before rapid fire. Um, were you seeking to get into horror movies, or was it
Hell
something?
no.
Okay.
Hell no. I
Like,
feel like there was this presence up there going, oh, she's a good screamer and crier. Let's get her into the movie.
Okay.
I didn't go looking for them, but they sure found me. And I'm glad they did, because there are very few genres, if any, that allow you to dive into so many emotions
Mhm.
and arcs. I mean, look at the arc I play in The Frighteners. You think I'm this simpy little victim, and I, turn
Love that.
into this major killer. And look at Three from Hell. I mean, I love that I can go from the mom in E.T. to the lesbian warden in Three from Hell.
I'm not gonna lie, I hated you in that movie.
Good.
I loved your performance. I hated you.
Well, thank you. Biggest
doing something
compliment you
right.
could give.
Yeah, she got an emotion out of us.
But you brought
Yeah.
up The Frighteners. What a great movie. Michael J. Fox,
I
Peter
know, and
Jackson.
so underrated.
Yeah, it is. It is. It needs to find more of that audience. It's a fantastic film.
Keeps telling Peter I think he should re-release it at Halloween. I think it would do great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard he's kind of, I don't want to say stingy, but I hear he's not one to just willy-nilly, put his re-release a lot of his movies.
Well, I don't know.
I know some of his
Bottom
older
line,
ones.
I don't know, but I do know that a lot of the very talented directors don't like to turn a lot over to the studios. They like,
rightfully so.
I mean, Rob Zombie, he's is stalwart.
Yeah.
This is mine, and this is my signature, and let me do what I do,
Yeah.
Yeah, because they threw Halloween 3 at him, didn't they? And he was like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah.
Just walked away.
And that
Well, it's hard when you're that talented, that multi-talented,
Mhm.
to have people hovering over you and telling you what you should do and what you shouldn't do. And, it gets old.
Yeah, that's why I love, we just reviewed Terrifier 3, right? So you look at like some of these indie horror movies, these directors, Damien Leone, Michael Levy, right? These guys they're making their own movies. They're horror fans making horror movies for the fans, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they're doing what they want without any interference.
Stream is streaming
Yeah.
everywhere now. It
Yeah.
rolled out everywhere this week. So
Yeah.
everybody watch it, you know, post about it, get people to see it because it was a true labor of love.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
for the last 2 months, we've pretty much been their lapdogs.
Yeah, we've been
We've
yeah.
been so obsessed with this movie, and then when it came out, actually that was not karma, but yeah, we finally watched it. We finally sat down to review it, and then we had all these technical
Issues.
difficulties.
Yeah.
We ended up
Oh.
having to sit down 3 separate times and Frankenstein together our review for it. It was just like we've been waiting for this moment, and then just the universe wasn't letting us.
We promoted it
smoothly
a
run.
ton, and
Yeah.
we talked to David Howard Thornton, we had Jason Levy, we had Michael Levy on, so we were really pushing this movie because we want everybody to see it. This is what horror,
Yeah.
this is what's great about horror,
Good.
things that they're doing now. So
We're supposed to be talking to Danielle soon, so we're pretty excited to
Oh,
get
that-
into part
That
in the
will
movie
be a
as well.
fun and lively interview.
yeah, should we start with that whole thing?
So 5 minutes before we go on, we start talking about dicks.
Oh,
Seriously, I plugged in and what exactly was the line you said?
it was something from New Jack City, right?
Oh
You
yeah,
mentioned
we
about-
were talking about Ice-T movies. And talking about, I don't know if you remember the break-in movies from like early to mid 80s, the
Yeah, sure.
breakdancing movie. And then I was just saying how my favorite line from him was at the end of New Jack City when he has Wesley Snipes down because he was playing a cop. He has Wesley Snipes down. He gets this crazy look in his face, and he's like, "I want to shoot you so bad, my dick is hard." And you actually believe that it was.
so Dave, so what's funny
That's the first line I heard when I
Well,
went
yeah,
on
so-
board to do
and
this.
what I was saying was, because Dave, when he edits and puts our shows together, he usually takes a quote from the middle of our show and puts it aside. I'm like, oh my God, now we're gonna start this episode for all of our listeners to hear about
Yeah.
someone's dick.
And ended.
That's when you came
too.
on.
Yeah.
And then Dee comes on and one-ups us talking about her dick.
Oh, that's
well, all right, yeah,
Well,
let's
yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta
get to
Are we
the
gonna do this rapid fire? thing?
Yeah, we'll keep it brief, D.
I'm shitty. I'm just telling you.
Oh no.
Okay.
Rapid
Hit me
fire, here
with
we
it.
go.
Okay.
Can take one candy back from your childhood. What is it?
One what?
a childhood candy that
One candy,
no longer
One
exists.
childhood candy.
Oh, those frickin' candy corn things. My
Okay.
grandmother had them everywhere.
Stranded on an island and only one food to survive on. What is it?
Chocolate.
Any specific kind?
Oh, dark chocolate that's good for you if I've got to live a long time.
Well, yeah.
Snow caps. Say snow caps.
Snow caps in the theater watching The Exorcist.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Favorite decade of horror.
Oh gosh, 80s.
Oh.
Hands down, 80s.
Love
Yeah.
Favorite horror villain.
I'd have to go back to The Exorcist, but it would be a toss-up between that and Frankenstein.
Okay.
When I was little, my brother was never allowed to show me any horror films. So, of course, anytime my parents were gone, he would put on a
Oh,
Frankenstein.
nice.
And so the first one I saw was Frankenstein's wife's birthday. And I was so terrified, my mother made him let me sleep with him for 2 months. So I thought it was pretty cool how he had to pay for doing that horrible thing
Wow.
to me.
Ah,
Any crazy talents you have that you can share?
Crazy talents. I can bend my toes over like this and walk on them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Pinky, huh?
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay.
I almost want to see that.
It'll be in the next Netflix show.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
Spoilers.
You know, when we meet you at a horror convention, now we're going to ask you to
Yeah.
do that.
Oh, yeah, on those floors, probably not.
One more, and this is the last
Okay.
one. You have the power of persuasion to change one thing in this world immediately. What would it be?
Hate.
Easy enough.
Easy.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I,
Absolutely.
if we just all lived love, came from love, talked love, shared love, there wouldn't be any problems in the world.
Yeah.
Our health would get better, your money will get better, your friendships for sure will get better. That's a no-brainer.
Learn to love ourselves too, right?
Oh, first,
That's
It starts
important.
with
Yeah.
us first.
it's like put your own mask on first, guys. You
Yeah.
know, who do we want to give everything to? The people we love. And we're taught not to even be on that list. And we were taught wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. You are absolutely amazing, Dee. We
Yeah.
appreciate your positive energy. Thank you for doing great things in this world. Appreciate
Oh,
it.
thank you so much. It's been a lot of fun from the first moment on.
Yes.
Thank you very
Any-
much for your time too.
Any
Yeah, guys.
social media? You mentioned your website earlier.
I'm on everything but Facebook because somebody took it over and hacked it. And I
Okay.
would love for everybody to post that Facebook needs to be more responsible. Do you know you cannot get anybody to talk to you about anything?
Yeah.
Anybody can come in and take your site over, and you can't do a damn thing about it.
I think Danielle Harris just mentioned
Yeah.
she got hacked as well, her Facebook.
Well, I'm going to call her as soon as we hang up and ask her if she has any ideas about
Yeah, it was
how
one of
to
her.
help me because
Yeah.
I've paid people, I've done everything. We're actually working on a few of us celebrities working on getting a major magazine to write up something for us.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Not right. It's not right.
Using
Yeah.
your powers for good. We love it.
Yeah.
Well, it's just more ugliness, right? From people, just
Yeah. And what did they get out of taking over a really positive, uplifting site and posting porn and shit on it?
unbelievable.
I don't get it.
For some reason, it's like a bragging right for people. I'm guessing, like, look whose account I took over.
Yeah, well, that's
Good for
the
you. You know.
definition of stupidity, isn't it?
Yeah. I think that's why we need a little less social media and people to actually
Well,
start hanging out again.
So
You
yeah,
Physical
Yeah.
community interaction.
right. Remember growing
Yeah.
up by our friend's house, we actually interacted and socialized together.
yeah.
Social
We
media
have a-
killed all that.
We have a rule at my house that when my kids come over for dinner or something, no phones. Phones go down and we talk.
Yeah.
We look at each other and communicate. So yeah,
Yeah.
And no critters at the table, right?
no critters. No.
Yeah.
They eat too much.
Yeah, but if you need a toothpick, you just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And no
You get some
okay,
stuck in your
you.
and no foaming Saint Bernards. No foaming Saint Bernards
no feed,
anywhere.
yeah, no feeding dogs under the table.
Yeah, no, well, I don't know. I have a rescue dog that I'm guilty of that.
What kind of dog do you have, Dee?
They tell me she's a Kelpie, which is part of the sheep herding dogs,
Okay.
but she's got some pity in her and other stuff. But I have not gone to the bathroom by myself in 9 years since.
Well,
So,
because I'm
she-
assuming your kids are all grown, so
oh
you
yeah,
got to
I
relive
only
that. Now
have
you got the
one.
dog to do that for you.
Yeah.
Mom.
I only have one daughter, and she just gave me my first grandson who turned 14 months.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Thank
Congratulations
you.
to you. That's great. That's great.
So,
Well, we appreciate,
your time.
Dee.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thanks,
very much.
guys.
and
This
your
has been a
website again,
blast.
you were saying it's
I
imd.
am deewallace.com.
All right.
Great.
So while you're talking to Danielle, me and Jason
Yeah,
are
we're
going to
gonna
log in and
connect. We're gonna connect.
Okay.
get an
You
appointment.
got it.
We need to be fixed.
Dee, all
Thank
the
you
best.
so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Yes.
Have a
Love
good
you
week.
guys.
Love you
Right.
too.
Have a
Take
great
care.
night.
You too.
You've been listening to What an Excellent Day for a Podcast, where we use the number 4 to save you time. Check out our entire catalog at excellentdayforapodcast.com. Also on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Audible, and everywhere else you listen to podcasts. Have a question? Email us at excellentdayforapodcast@gmail.com.
But guys, I want to interact on social media.
Excellent.
See what we did there?
Follow us on Twitter at ExcellentDay4A. Otherwise, search for What an Excellent Day for a Podcast to get our Facebook page, our group page, Instagram, YouTube, and our newly launched Twitch channel. Come say hello, share them all,